Hello, it's Veronica and Naomi. And well, we are showing some of the merch that our doll mommy got at the convention, excluding any like stuff like signed prints or that. Yeah, our doll mommy does own a few things like signed prints, and we don't normally show that type of thing. For out of respect for the voice actresses and voice actors who sign that stuff. So as for our non-signed haul, this is our non-signed haul from the convention this year. We didn't spend as much on stuff as last year. Yeah, last year our doll mommies spent a lot more at the convention. And we know that these aren't necessarily the most interesting videos on the whole channel, but we still like to make them. And you probably won't recognize most of these characters if you're not the most, at least a little bit familiar with Hoyoverse games. Wuthering Waves is not a Hoyoverse game. Oh yeah, Wuthering Waves is a game made by like Kuro Games, but yeah, it's just a bunch of gotcha game merch our doll mommy got. So let's start with my personal favorite, the mini Acheron plushie. So this is a plushie. It still has this the sticker on it. There's the back of the box. So let's get this out and show everyone how cute it is out of the box, and show it next to Mini Raiden as well. Some of my new plushies out of the box, and it's adorable. V, I knew you were gonna say that, and I know that's why you wanted our doll mommy to get that plushie for you. Actually, she got it for herself. I want to adopt it as one of my Mini Raidens. Oh yes, Acheron is a character in Honkai Star Rail who is directly inspired by Raiden Mei from Honkai Impact 3rd. So she's another character in the Raidenverse. Look at them. V. Of course, showing the Raidens. Okay, before we get to comparing the plushies, let's show the boxes. So this one is the Acheron plushies box next to Raiden plushies box. And they are relatively the same size. Oh, the Raiden plushies box is a little bit more narrow. And they're basically composed the same way. They have the same type of plastic and all that. So yeah, we're pretty sure it's probably from the same series as that, which is interesting. But anyways, boxes aside, it's time to look at the plushies. So these are the plushies. This is the Acheron plushie next to the Raiden plushie. As you can tell, both of their characters are somewhat inspired by the visual appearance of Raiden Mei from Honkai Impact 3rd, which there's a reason for this, because with Hoyoverse games, there is a little something known as the Raidenverse, where like every Hoyoverse game has or will eventually have a character who resembles or is very much inspired by the original Raiden Mei from Honkai Impact 3rd. Basically, they're like exports of that character in different games, and yeah. Which is why they look so similar. As for the details, like the Raiden plushie, it's like all printed on. She has a little finger puppet feature. And of course, there's the official Mihoyo label on even the box too, so you can tell this is an official product. But yeah, you can use her as a finger puppet. There is a Mihoyo label inside of her as well. Just kind of make it very, very clear. So her hair is like made of the same soft, like fabric material as the Raiden plushie's hair. Even though the Raiden plushie's hair is just a little bit softer. Actually, they're like around as soft as each other. Yeah, the hair. For her face, she has a very intense expression, with like a big purple eye. And yes, there is another. She does have a full face underneath, like her bangs and all that, which do cover one of her eyes, which is typical for her appearance in the game. And she looks really serious. And then for the back and the side of her hair is like really long and pretty and purple. It's like basically the same color as the Raiden Shogun plushie's hair is. And of course, like, she has little like felt hair accessories, which is like, that's one of her little, like, those are like her little hair clips from the game. And this is meant to emulate the hairstyle in the game, where it's like partially pulled back and it's really pretty. And the outfit, well, it is put on, but it's meant to represent like a little like more formal looking top with like asymmetrical sleeves, shorts that are really like shorts, and like in the game she does wear these really nice tall boots. And then you look in the back, like, yeah, there's even a little felt accessory in the back of this too, which is really cute. Yeah, really, really cute plushie. And I definitely like it. And just like the other one, it does have like a chain where you can attach it to like a purse or whatever thing you want to attach it to as a keychain. Another difference with this one is also the cool gradient effect in the hair as well, because the original Raiden plushie does not have this gradient effect. Yeah, really cute plushie, and we really like it. And I'm sure, like, my little Veronica is happy to have another mini Raiden for her collection. Anyways, on to the Vivian standee after this. So here is the Vivian standee out of its extra bag. It does have like a little like another bag over it to kind of protect it, but it's like acrylic. And it has art of her like and has like her art in her signature pose from the game. So to explain what we're talking about here, Vivian Banshee is a character from the Hoyoverse game Senless Zone Zero. And Ardami has done a doll restyle inspired by her before, which we will show here real quick. Isn't the restyle pretty? Well, this character was the original inspiration for that restyle. And yes, Vivian is our doll mommy's main in Senless Zone Zero. So, of course, the packaging says, like, the game she's from. Underneath all that. And then, like, Mockingbird, which is the faction she's in the game. And there's the bag, which has really pretty black and white artwork of her. And it reads, Senless Zone Zero, Full Display Series Acrylic Stand, Vivian. and has the official Mihoyo label right there. So let's get this out of the box and see how it looks. So there it is on its base. And these are type of of things that you kind of just tend to display on your desk or with other displays of similar merchandise. And yeah, there's that. Isn't she really, really pretty? Yeah. She's so beautiful in the game. Speaking of other really pretty characters from video games, we got our first piece of Wuthering Waves merchandise, aka the Genshin Killer. Yeah, there are a lot of people who see Wuthering Waves as a Genshin Killer as far as video games go, because a lot of it is very similar to Genshin, but it's made by a different company. And in some ways, it is definitely trying to compete with Genshin with some of its character designs. Especially with Augusta having such a similar appearance to Mavuika and other things like that. But Ardama has been playing it for a little bit at this point, and it is a pretty fun game, even if it does take up a lot of storage space. Yeah, Wuthering Waves is one of those games that will take up a lot of your storage on whatever device you're playing it on. But anyways, throughout her playing it, her favorite character that she pulled in it is Carlotta. And this character just has a really beautiful design. And we like how she doesn't have too many visual similarities to any particular Genshin characters. She just feels like her own character. She's really beautifully designed, just really, really pretty. And we've had a card with her on it for $2, so why not? So this is the card. It's little plastic packaging. And of course, there's a shiny label that shows this official Kuro Games merchandise. But yeah, let's take this out so we can see it without all the glare. So there's the card, and it's not probably saying it really came in, but yeah, here's the card. It's really pretty. It says her name, Carlotta, and then the game she's from, which is Wuthering Waves. So some interesting information about Carlotta is that she's from an area called Reniscotia, or something like that. All we know is that the area that her character is from is very much inspired by Italy. Yeah, the region her character is from in the game is very much feels like fantasy Italy, and it's really, really beautiful. If you ever play Wuthering Waves and you're playing the 2.0 stuff, the area is really gorgeous. Really. Then her outfits card is inspired by her main outfits from the game, but it's slightly different because it needs to be from some special event or whatever. But yeah, really pretty artwork, really pretty character. This is a pretty card. And there's the back, says Wuthering Waves. But there's the card, and it's pretty. Well, that was us unboxing our stuff from the convention that isn't anything like any signed prints. So what was your favorite, Naomi? I'm not sure. I feel like the standee is pretty because it's a nice display piece. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Although I'm sure you can kind of tell that my favorite is definitely the Acheron plushie. Like I said, I love my mini ride-ins. I'm happy to have another mini ride-in for the collection. And I'll have to introduce her to all her sisters at some point. Of course you do, V, of course. So goodbye, mysterious audience. I love you. My new mini ride-in loves you. And Naomi appreciates you watching the channel. And we hope you have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, of course.